remain total silence as we have our first poet of the evening, Mr. Darius Love Hall.
We call this a blues bonita. Say, baby, can I be your slave? You must admit, girl, you are it, girl. And I'm being you like a rain. And they call you sisters for spinning pulsar, a mother to 10,000 moons, daughter to the distant yet rising star. Is your name Jenny, y'all? Oh, hey. Oh, hell no, it's got to be your show. Who am I? Oh, that's unimportant. It's something called introduction to the 90s. And right now, I'm the blues in your left eye, trying to become the funk in your right. Who am I? I'll be whoever you say. But right now, I'm the sight-break hunter, treating you as my prey. And I just want to give you some line and Jackson and directions and now, hold on. Y'all know what movie that is? That, I tell you, I'm not hollering out. Write it down. Write everything down. You got a pen? If you can do it before I collect it. Alright, so we got Love Jones. She put the name of the bar and everything.
I just watched it. What was that book?
I didn't tell you what was going on. Y'all ready to hear some poetry? I am your host, Derek. And one thing that I do at all my shows is you got to respect the mic. I mean, if you feel like you gotta, do your own thing, this ain't the spot. Because what we do poetry is more than just poetry, because I want you to hear what these people are saying. Because a lot of things that they may say may be something that you can use in your daily grind, your daily life, you know what I'm saying? But you're not going to hear it if you're doing your own thing. So you got to chill, you got to listen to the artist, and if they say something you appreciate, you know what to do at the poetry show, right? Let me see, what you do? Yeah. Now this is my thing. And I want y'all to follow me on this. Whenever I introduce somebody, I want you to act like it's your favorite artist in the whole world. You know what I'm saying? Because the energy that you give the poets when they hit the stage is going to transition into that feeling. So the better you are to them, the better that performance is going to be. So can we practice one time? Miss, excuse me, what's your name? Latrice? Okay, you ain't got to come up here. But now I'm about to introduce Latrice. So I want y'all to act like this is the greatest performer you have ever seen. You've been dying waiting 3 months to get here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all with me? Alright, here's the practice. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage. She hails from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Performing for the first time live at the Writer's Block. Give it up for Latrice! Yeah, can y'all do that every time? Can y'all do that every time? One quick shout out, and I know he don't even want me to do this. Percy Prucker, would you please raise your hand right quick? Everybody look, that's my dad right there. Hey, wait. I'm the single one. He left, right? Crazy perfect time. Stop blushing. Stop blushing. All right. Come to the stage. Our first performer. Give it up for Miss 787.
I don't mind if I use mine. Love's dynamics. At the end of Brazil, I feel the wind of change across my face like mace. The world of miles grow like lions' owls traveling to tremble the cerebellum at heart. My tall walls speaks vitals and numbers as they rise above designated highs. Fast we approach the clock, walking gracefully, not stopping for a breath. Ink is running loud and love barking up a tree. Sitting about 5'3". Leather covering hang over the picture, painted moons. Is this touching to me and to you? Bad suffered emotion poured into the wall, rocking colors in different notes as they spill off of tiny holes. Iron heat, flat curling, pink tied with hats of lights flickering electric emptiness. Question answer doing water cooking of vapors irresistible to the ear creating light, fear of remote tears. Cold air heated mold to rare condition at the end of the tunnel. Flying blurs smoothly in diameters spread at the root. Lotion so much running down the scales of lost words, open windows, satisfactions, and grants names that people love, dynamics.
Y'all give her another round of applause. She was so nervous. All right. Now this next performer will be our first male or second male performer tonight. Came all the way from Mississippi to show y'all some love. So y'all definitely gotta get that right spot welcome. Can we do it again? Y'all ain't tired? Y'all folks need wings, y'all need a break, y'all need to work the wings, get the children, look at the seatbelts. Come to the stage from Columbus, Mississippi. Give it up for the Poetic Gentleman. How y'all doing tonight? That's good, that's good. Two? All right. I was just about to ask y'all, I was going to give y'all a choice between two, but he doesn't get two, so I'll read it. This first poem is going to be called Hell No. And it's basically a real life experience that I had when I was in college back in Georgia Southern, back in Atlanta, Georgia. True story. Look, I was fixing to go. I found myself on the dance floor with this chick, and she was talking real quick and dancing real slow. And she had very little on. Dancing till the Get Low remixed by Lil Jon, and I was just trying to get home. Trying to get home. That's when the DJ decided to play Marvin Gaye's Let's Get Low with me. What did he do that for? And she said, oh, that's my song. I'm like, oh, hell no. Hell, y'all let me go. But that's when she felt like she had to tell me that she was sipping on Delta. She was in town for one night and had a double hotel suite. She made sure that I received that her dress was from Louis, her purse was from Louis, and her product shoes was on her feet. I mean, a lot of dudes was trying to meet me on the smell. Some people sent champagne over to the table, you know, so they can pull her to that table, hopefully she would want it. Negro ladies. The irony is her choosing from this sea of number one stunners that I'm just an average Joe. Just an average loaded, just simply didn't want her. She had good looks though, she was very pretty. She was also fairly crumpled. She smelled good, she was dark-skinned, and yes, she was also fairly drunk. Through slurred words, I have nouns, adjectives, and verbs of damn near felony. She's in here telling me what she's gonna do to me, which I thought was odd, seeing she's completely new to me. Had I met her 3 hours ago on the street, she probably wouldn't even known to speak. But now she's on the dance floor asking me to explore her in a freak, and I don't know what got into me, but I began to speak to her candidly over this beat, and I said, sweets. You got all these men on the edges of their seats. waiting for their chance to get at you. Yeah, you see flashing your tongue, ring, and that cute tattoo. No mind, no, see the track is glued. And the woman this dark ain't born with eyes is blue. Yet you've been in my ear for the past 3 songs about all the freaky things that go on and all the nasty things you like to do with that. I ain't even that cute. So I know it's like the first dude that you've done this to. But I got a question for you that's like way past dude. Boo. How many cat got to clap like Kitty clap? You can have a package on the first date and you already trying to give me that. You could have heard me. So girl, please, that was just my luck. I did a little juvenile in Guatemala when you need to back that ass up. I'll get shaking on me like it's Def Jam. And yes, your ass is fat. Nobody's questioning that. The average cat's trying to come get you, trying to constrict you. But I gotta focus on your details. And I love to get with you. First, I gotta focus on your details. After that, I didn't say anymore. I creeped my way off the dance floor and made my way close to the door. And I turned around and she perched up her fake lips, pushed up her fake tits, flipped her fake ponytail and gave me a real finger with a fake fingernail. I said, hell no. Now this next poem is an Atlanta tale, and it's true too. True story. And it's called That Man. And no, I am not that man. Just for the record. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened though. This is straight out of the letter. She invited me to sit next to her on the sofa. In her hands, she holds a folder. In a manila envelope, marked confidential results. She began by closing her eyes and clearing her throat as she slowly tore up the package. She said it happened back in '94. She fell for the slick city boy. And she said she was real open for him. And that all the conversations were somewhat like open forums and all her girlfriends were really hoping for him. They dated through college. He wrote her in the poems. Waited till they both graduated and he popped the question not before long. She immediately accepted his marriage invitation. She said for her whole life it felt like she had been tick-tock, been waiting for the day to come for her to run to the postman like Sugar Baby closer to her husband and well, it's not gay. And they're married now. And just that quick she learned how. Being a man's girlfriend and being a man's wife, it's like day and night. After the first 6 months, they fight all day and all night. But you see, they put up a front in front of family and friends. You see, they laugh and they hold hands and they talk about all their plans and when they have kids. Though their interaction was quickly lose attraction and their marriage is on the skis. The illusion will leave just as soon as the guest leave. He reached for his keys and said he had to leave and that he had to live and he and his boys were going to the strip club for a couple of days and just to see things. 1 month he almost blew the rent trying to feed 2 strings. And the credit cards from Maxwell, as far as she could tell, and Urban Haynes Sweets, when asked about it, he'd always repeat, woman, don't you ask some things about me. But the credit card bill screamed of infidelity. Of hotels she never heard of and would never see. Of clothes she never worn, of jewelry she never adorned, of expensive cuisine, and of course she was always taught to never speak of divorce. So it was he who found the voice to finally ask. He said his love was fading fast, this marriage would never last. She looked into his eyes, she tried to grasp how they just raced to the altar, both dressed in their very best. Now 4 years later, they're waiting for divorce and there was no contest. She said 2002 was hard to get through. She don't know how she made it. She thought he might change his mind and come to her one more time. So she patiently waited. But her phone never rang. He had moved on to other things. She's now drowning in the sea of tears, been supported by family and kids. She couldn't float, so she waited. But by God, she made it to 2003. And that's when she saw him standing there on Peachtree, hand in hand with that man. The same man that back in college he used to say was his best friend. The same man he used to hang out with on each and every other weekend. The same man when he'd go out, he'd say, honey, if I don't make it home tonight, just call over to his house. That man. She said, there he was, standing there right in front of me for the whole world to see, hand in hand with that man. And that's how she began to understand how her marriage had failed and why her husband had failed after she had treated him so well. And well, here I sit next to her on the sofa. I'm just watching her look over the contents of this folder and of another envelope, marked confidential results. And she turns to me and she says, all I ever wanted was for that man to love and cherish me for all my days. And all I ever got from that man was heartache and AIDS. Thank you.